Hello, everyone. Welcome to this demonstration of the Excel to Shopify products import workflow in the Unodeskly platform. In this video, I'll demonstrate how this production workflow automatically imports products from an Excel file into Shopify. The workflow reads product information from an Excel file, checks whether each product already exists in Shopify, creates only new products, and finally sends an email notification with the execution summary. Let's walk through the workflow step by step. Workflow overview. Here you can see the complete workflow. This workflow is running in the production environment. The process starts with the interval trigger. Next, it reads the Excel file using the File Import node. Each row is processed individually using the loop node. The JSON mapper converts the Excel data into Shopify's required format. The workflow then checks whether the product already exists in Shopify. Based on the response, the if condition decides whether a new product should be created. Finally, after processing all products, a Gmail notification is sent. Let's look at each node. Interval trigger. The first node is the interval trigger. This node starts the workflow automatically on a configured schedule. Unodeskly uses hang-fire recurring jobs to execute the workflow automatically. The schedule can be configured based on business requirements, such as every few minutes, every hour, or once a day. Once the workflow starts, execution moves to the File Import node. File Import. This is the File Import node. It imports the Excel file that contains the product information. The node supports multiple file formats, including Excel and CSV. During execution, every row from the file is converted into a structured JSON object. It also validates the file, detects the schema, and generates metadata such as the file name, total rows, and file type. After reading the file successfully, the workflow proceeds to the loop node. Loop. This is the loop node. The loop processes every product individually. Each row from the Excel file becomes one iteration. For every product, the workflow executes the remaining child nodes, ensuring each product is processed independently. JSON mapper. Next is the JSON mapper. This node transforms the Excel data into Shopify's required JSON structure. Fields such as title, price, SKU, description, vendor, product type, tags, and status are mapped to the corresponding Shopify fields. This prepares the product data before sending it to Shopify. Shopify Product Get. This is the Shopify Product Get node. It is an HTTP request node that sends a GET request to Shopify. The request checks whether a product with the same title already exists in the Shopify store. The Shopify credentials are securely stored in the Credential Manager. If no product is found, the workflow continues to create the product. Otherwise, it skips product creation. If condition. This is the if condition node. It checks whether the Shopify response contains any existing products. If no products are returned, the condition evaluates to true, and the workflow proceeds to create a new product. If a product already exists, the condition evaluates to false, and the creation step is skipped. This prevents duplicate products from being created. Shopify Create Product. This is the Shopify Create Product node. It sends a post request to the Shopify Products API using the JSON generated by the mapper node. In this execution, the node was skipped because the product already existed in Shopify. This confirms that the duplicate validation is working correctly. Gmail notification. The final node is the Gmail notification node. After the workflow completes, it sends an email containing the execution summary. The Gmail connection uses a secure Google OAuth credential stored in the Credential Manager. Execution summary. Looking at the execution results, all nodes completed successfully. The interval trigger started the workflow. The file import node loaded the Excel data successfully. The loop processed every product. The JSON mapper transformed the data correctly. The Shopify product GET request completed successfully. The if condition evaluated successfully. The product create node was skipped because the product already existed. Finally, the Gmail notification was sent successfully. The entire workflow completed in approximately 1 second. How to use this workflow. To use this workflow, first prepare an Excel file containing the required product details. Upload the file using the File Import node. Configure your Shopify credentials and your Gmail credentials. Next, configure the interval trigger based on how frequently you want the workflow to run. Finally, activate the workflow in production mode. From that point onward, the workflow runs automatically according to the configured schedule. You can monitor every execution from the execution logs page. Conclusion. That completes the demonstration of the Excel to Shopify products import workflow. This workflow automatically imports products from Excel into Shopify, prevents duplicate products, sends execution notifications, and runs automatically without manual intervention. Thank you for watching.